Hello, everybody. I'm wondering, am I on yet? Maybe not. Oh, it says no. I should be on already. Anyway, I seen this video of Steve Bertolino. Oh my goodness. Hi, there you are. Um, Hi, crime fighter. Yeah, I seen this video of Steven Bertolino, and oh my gosh, this guy has got some gall, you guys. He really has some gall. I mean, you know what I think he is pissed over? Can you guess? Oh, I can guess. I think his cash cow offed himself. Yeah, I'm just saying it, putting it out there. I know nobody wants to hear that, but you know what? This is the awfulest thing. I am just so distraught. Hello, Emerald. Yeah, I am very distraught with finding out it was Brian. It really is Brian. Oh my God, you guys, this is like one of the worst days ever. I thought for sure it wasn't going to be him. And again, I'm going to say I was wrong when I said, oh, he's not in the swamp. Look somewhere else. I was wrong the whole time. I don't think I was the only one, but I was wrong the whole time. So, anyway, we're always trying to find out a little bit more information because actually we know nothing. We don't know anything that happened between Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito, which is horrible because I wish we knew a lot more, but we don't. But when I came across this, I was like, are you kidding me, Stephen Bertolino? Are you that pissed? I just can't believe that he could even be mad over this. You know what I mean? But now I get it. Of course, you guys. Yes, Emerald. You know what? I'm going to put you up here real quick. I feel bad for Gabby and her family. There will be no justice. I know there's not. I don't feel like there will be justice now. I don't feel like they ever had a choice in anything that ever happened. You know, there's not going to be any justice. But listen to this little. Oh gosh, I'm just going to spout off something real bad to call him. So I'm going to try to tuck that in a little bit. But listen to this little a hole. I can't believe Stephen Bertolino. I mean, he's running around acting like he is just totally pissed. And you know why I think he's totally mad, you guys? The money. Follow the damn money. And you know, this guy, he was getting some money out of this. Oh boy, was he getting money and fame. So let's go over what he had to say. I'm gonna have to mute my mic to play his. So let's listen to this. And then I'll get back to you. Let's have some questions after because I can't believe it.
This case unfolds starting with Gabby's disappearance. I think everyone understands your client's right to stay silent, to not talk. That silence does not presume guilt. However, in the court of public opinion, the last few weeks have been difficult. Legally, I understand that argument, but ethically, did they ever consider reaching out to the Petitos, reaching out to law enforcement in help finding Gabby?
Unfortunately, Marnie, I can't have that conversation with you at this time.
Why is that?
I just can't. It's not the appropriate time to have that conversation.
But it's an ethical conversation, not just for the parents of Brian, but for you as an attorney. At any point when they were searching for Gabby, did you feel the need, compelled to help?
I can tell you that at this moment in time, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie just learned that their son's remains were identified. He is now no longer with them. At some point in time in the future, there may be more information as what I felt, what the Laundries felt, what we, quote, ethically, thought about the case. Now is not the time to do that. You've asked me the question 2 or 3 times. I'm going to respectfully tell you again, it's not the time to discuss that.
Have the Laundries reached out to the Petito family at all? And has the Petito family reached out to them in recent days?
The Laundrie family has not reached out to the Petitos, and to my knowledge, the Petitos have not reached out to the Laundries.
What are the Laundries' plans now?
At the moment, they're going to grieve their son.
And then what?
Marnie, I don't mean to be rude, and I know you have a job to do. They were just told less than a half hour ago that their son is deceased. Do you think that they really have thoughts on anything other than that their son is no longer with them?
No, and I respect their privacy, and I can't begin to imagine the pain that they're going through. I just know that so many of us have questions about what has happened, not just to Gabby, but to Brian. The nation has been watching this search for him, what turned into a manhunt across the country. And so we are curious. We want answers. You're the closest to the family, and I want to know how they're doing. I want to know what their plans are.
Marnie, I don't have any information on the plans that the Laundries have. And I want to tell you, because I've got to stop myself, I'm taking some of my anger and frustration out on you. As you may know, I knew Brian Laundrie since he was an infant, since he was a small child. You know, this is hard. I shed a tear or two today as well. I've shared that with the Laundries. The fact that the public is continuing this nonsensical, we're hiding him in the beginning. We've fed him food. We've communicated with him in every platform, because you hear that if you have a platform, you should use it for the good. You respect that they have the right to remain silent. But there are people in your position, maybe not you, but in your position, that never once pushed back on these so-called experts and pundits who did nothing but say, this is moral, this is unethical. Somewhere along the line, somebody with a platform, someone in your position should have said, hey, you know what? Back off. This is America, and in our system of justice, they have the right to remain silent. So I'm kind of a little perturbed that now I have to go back and explain how we didn't plant remains and personal items in a preserve, when the upper echelons of law enforcement is telling everyone this is legit by their actions, by their words, and yet we have to now go back and somehow educate John Q. public? And you guys perpetrate this. You put it forth and you
Well, I'm going to stop you right there. I have said a number of times that the Laundrie parents have every right to remain silent, whether the public agrees with that right or not. But our search is for answers, and that is where it will continue to lie. Answers not only in what happened to your client, Brian Laundrie, and what happens with his parents moving forward, but also what happened to Gabby. And there are many who are concerned that we may never know what happened in this case, given what has transpired today.
As I've said now for probably the fourth or fifth time, today is not the day to discuss that.
You know what I want to ask you? I want to ask you, Mr. Bertolino, you mentioned that you have known Brian for years. That is one thing that we have not been able to get much on in the last month and a half. Who is Brian Laundrie? What kind of person was he? What do you know about him that you're willing to share?
Marnie, I know him as the child of a friend of mine. I didn't go to school with him. I didn't hang out with him. He's 30 years my junior. So to ask me what type of person he is, I'm sure he was a good kid, just like every parent says their kid is a good kid. When all is said and done, I'm pretty much, how shall I say?
I have to interject a second because I can't stand this bastard. What is going on with this snarky little piece of crap? I mean, is he that? He's delusional as to Gabby even being on the earth, it seems like. He acts like her family doesn't deserve anything. I don't know where he's coming from. I mean, he's as bad as Roberta. The two of them belong together. Him and Roberta Laundrie should be together. I think I'm going there. I think Stephen Bertolino and Roberta Laundrie would have made an awesome pair. An awesome pair. And that's just my opinion, you guys. In my opinion, I know that's not popular opinion, but I think he's an a-hole, and I think she's an a-hole too. Sorry you lost your boy. But how did he end up in a swamp, Roberta? He didn't come home to a swamp. Just wondering. But I can't stand this Bertolino. Okay, I'm going to let him talk before I go. You know what he's doing? He's following the damn money. Okay? He's pissed because his cash cow ended up dead in a swamp. Sorry. Sorry. But that's why he's pissed. And he can't get over it. And now he is just lashing out at anybody. I feel sorry for this reporter. Damn, she's trying to get some kind of empathy for Gabby's family from this asshole. And I just don't think it's going to happen. So, okay, let's listen to some more so I can rant, I guess.
Not going to discuss anything further other than what type of child Brian was, other than to say Brian is no longer with us. The family is mourning, and I would hope that we could, let them mourn, let them grieve, and maybe somebody besides myself could come out and say, hey, protesters, go away tonight. Could you do that?
I just have a couple more questions. Have you spoken with Cassie?
Not today, but I have spoken with her and Jim recently, yes.
Do you plan to continue to represent the family moving forward, and do you see a need for that?
I will be representing the family as long as it's necessary.
Anything else you'd like to share and clarify about what has happened?
No, I just want to apologize to you as an individual for my anger and frustration, but I've been dealing with this all day, and I've put out some statements that this is nonsense. And to hear it come from a platform like yours, that the question is even posed. I get that the internet is a whole different world, that the Twitter world and the people who play in that world, I understand that they may have a need for this. But for more respectable organizations to do the same thing, I find troubling.
What do you find so troubling about the public's curiosity and search for answers?
Curiosity and search for answers is one thing. Coming up with completely off the charts in the scheme of reality propositions of literally planting evidence, planting articles, even planting the remains, it's just beyond, it's beyond compare. That's what I find troubling.
So just one more thing about that, and I promise I will let it go. Did your clients go out to the reserve prior to yesterday morning on their own at any time?
Yes, they did. Back in early September, I shouldn't say early September, mid-September, which would have been the 14th and the 15th.
Were they there with Brian or with authorities?
No, they were there on their own. That was the day after Brian had went for the hike and didn't come home.
And what did they do there?
They walked around the trails looking for Brian initially.
Is this when they picked up the car?
On the second day, they picked up the car, correct.
Did they find any items or anything that led them to believe that he was out there at that time?
Beside the car? No.
All right, Mr. Bertolino, we appreciate your time. I know this is a difficult day for many, including you. We thank you for giving us a moment to talk about it.
Marty, once again, I want to apologize to you because I don't mean to take my frustration out on you. You are the first person I've spoken to since I've learned the news. And, I'm upset, I'm angry. And for the last 4 hours, I've been dealing with, I have to just call it nonsense.
Well, I'd like to extend an invitation to you to come back on when you're ready to share more, and also to Brian Laundrie's parents when they're ready.
Good enough, Marty. Thank you.
Oh my God. Is this guy a piece of shit or what? Oh, he makes me so mad. I am not kidding. I think he makes me madder than Roberta Laundrie did. Can you believe how callous this little a-hole is? He's going off on this lady. Like, oh my God, how could you even ask me questions when a horrible thing like Brian was discovered dead in the swamp? Well, because there was horrible things before Brian was found dead in the swamp might be one of the reasons. How about the devastated family that your clients wouldn't talk to the whole time? How about them? I mean, geez, how's this guy walking around with no heart? How's he walking around with no heart? And a P for a mind, if even that much. Jiminy Crick. He's sitting there telling her how pissed he is. How pissed he is. You guys, let me tell you guys what he's pissed over. He's pissed over the money and the fame that he was getting, his little 15 minutes of Cato Caitlin fame that he was getting. And he was enjoying that. He was loving it. And now he is all pissed over what? Losing that. That's what. He lost the money. Now his money's cut off because they're not going to have to pay him anymore, right? He's saying, oh, I'm just going to stay on with them as long as they need me. I don't think they need you. I don't think they need you, Stephen. I think they're done with you. I think they're done with you. And I would be done with you too, you piece of crap. What did you ever do other than muddle the damn story so bad that nobody could figure it out and make sure he gave none of us a clue? None of us a clue as to what was really going on. Okay? He made sure that they didn't talk to anybody. And the poor Gabby's family. Poor Gabby's family. You know what? Yeah, lots of red flags. You know what, Minnie? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just on a rant. Hi, Minnie. Thank you. Lots of red flags. Heck yeah. This whole case has been. I wish I had some red. I'm going to have to, Minnie, I'm going to have to get some red flags now so that I can do this. I'm just, oh my God, I'm just going off. Minnie, the advice he get, yeah, I'm going to go with more they're sociopathic because there is no empathy, no heart, and no, oh my gosh, these people, I can't believe Steve Bertolino. Are you kidding me? Where did they find this little animal? The swamp? That's where he deserves. Send him back. Send him back where you found him. Because him and his, yeah, that's right, Minnie. Let's bring you on up, girl. He gave them bad advice. You know why he gave them that advice? Let me clear this up for you. Because Stephen Bertolino, although he shed a tear, he said, oh, he had a tear today. Yeah, Stephen had a tear. No, you didn't. You're lying. Anyway, Stephen Bertolino didn't let them talk to anybody and gave them that stupid advice. There you go. There you go. Right there. He gave them that stupid advice because he didn't want them talking to anybody because then his job of making money would have been over, right? Because it would have got settled. If Roberta, I know, she was freaking, oh my gosh, I'm going to bring this up. Good on that reporter for handling him the way she did. You guys, he's lucky she's the reporter. Can you imagine me on there? Yeah. No. No. No, you wouldn't want me, Stephen, asking you questions because I'll tell you what, I think I would have told you what you really are, is a heartless little conniving bastard that was after the money. And he gave these people the wrong advice so that he could string it out and drip blood from that turnip as long as he could because he wanted that money, you guys, and he was getting it. And yeah, hell yeah. He was getting the publicity, publicly. He loved it. He loved it. Okay. And I seen another channel saying, oh, don't talk about. No, I'm going to talk about him. Sure am. It's my channel. I think he's a piece of crap. I do. And he gave them that wrong, stupid advice because he was stringing out that little cash cow, Brian, as long as he could graze him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Minnie. Hey, I'm with you, girl. That's exactly what he is. He's looking to make a name for himself. He's got a name, asshole. There it is. And I think we should refer to him as that from here on out. Yes, that's the truth. I know. Greed all the way around. You know, everybody's saying Roberta. Okay. All right. You know what? Roberta did start the ball rolling because she called in her best friend over here, Stephen Bertolino, who jumped in. He jumped at the chance for this case. Oh, yeah, he did. And he even put, he's just disgusting. But what I'm saying is he wouldn't let them talk to authorities from square one, not to save Brian, you guys. He was never trying to save Brian. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, he's just going to save Brian because he's such a good guy and friends with Roberta. And look how he's trying to help Roberta Laundrie's family keep Brian, from getting, where he should be in the damn pen. Okay, that's where he should have been. And so everybody's going, hey, Brian, Stephen Bertolino, oh, no, this slime ball. From square one, he's telling Roberta, don't talk to anybody because, hey, my cash cow goes to the pen if you do that. Let's be real. My cash cow will go to the pen, Roberta, where he belongs. So let's not let him talk to anyone. Let's string it out as long as we can. And he did. He strung that out. And he not only put Gabby Petito's family through unbelievable torturous hell by not giving them one word, but now look what he's done with the Laundries. Good job, Steve. God damn, I would want you for an attorney. Not. Good job, buddy. And now look what he's done. Look what he's done. He's wrecked so many lives. And you know what this little slithering piece of crap's going to do? He's going to go right back in his hole now. He is. He's done now. Although, I say that, but he did make he probably made some big money, you guys. There was some big money involved in this. And he probably, and here we go, and I'm not standing up for Roberta, and you guys know that, because she ain't my favorite. But you know what? He stuck her for a pretty penny. She's off in condos left and right. And who do you think's getting that money? Well, maybe a care package to Brian, with some, oh my God, no plastic in it, food and stuff. But the rest of it went to this little jerk off right here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He wouldn't even let them talk to Gabby's family at all. He would not give them a word of peace. It didn't mean anything to him. I mean, I've seen some unscrupulous attorneys in my life. I've seen some unscrupulous ones, but they'll even be nice to you while they're digging in your pocket. This guy doesn't even do that. And I bet Roberta offed a couple of condos, and I bet you Mr. Bertolino here is going to get to go to, I don't know, the Bahamas. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to go to the Bahamas. I'm never going there, but I think he's there. Oh, you know what? He is. He's probably going to sell their story. And that's why, and that's more money for him, right? Because that's what makes him happy. Okay? And that's why he's not saying a word. That's right. He knows a lot. He knows a lot, Staffy Mama. And I'm a Staffy Mama too, just to let you know. My little Sterling is a little blue pit. But anyway, I'm still pissed. Because, he's not telling anything to anybody now either. Because, yeah, he's going to be in that Lifetime episode, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to have a book deal. Yeah, he's going to have a book deal somewhere. But you know what the sad part is the entire thing's a tragedy. But I'll tell you what, this guy right here had a big part in the show. A big part. Yeah, Roberta and Chris were trying to keep Brian from going to prison. Okay, we all know that. That was their motivation. Was heartfelt. Partly heartfelt for their own selves and for their own kid, yeah. Not for anybody else. But this little creature right here, yeah, he's not heartfelt at all. His slithering little butt came in there and took all of, oh, Roberta, you're my best buddy. And boy, you think he didn't pocket her condo money quick. Oh, he did. Ooh, condo money. I'll take that. No, just here's all of the advice that I can give you, Roberta, for this, I don't know, $200,000 condo money you just gave me. Here's your wonderful advice. Don't talk to anybody. Now, I will need another payment next week. Right? I'll need another payment here, Roberta. So you might have to off a couple more condos. But I don't think Brian will be flying out to clear them out for you. Okay, I'm going off track, you guys. I know he cleared out storage. Okay. Took him a long time, but he cleared it out, right? Now it's condos. Because they were selling them off to pay jerk off here. I just can't stand him. I can't stand him. But he is a big player in this. I mean, there's plenty hate to go around, you guys, but I think I'm going to focus mine for a few days on Stephen Bertolino. He's a big player. He's going for it. He went for the money. Now he's going off on this news lady. But you know what you are seeing when he goes off on this news lady? The real him. That's what's crazy. He's not even trying to hide what he's really like. Yeah, he's not even trying to hide it. Nice reputation he will have for himself now, horrid creep. Yeah, that's right. Like his mates of dirty laundries. They're filthy. Yes. Yes, they can all slither away together now. All sad and crying and shit. He's not crying. Oh, I did do maybe one or two tears today. Did you hear him tell that news lady that? Stephen Bertolino cried today. Oh, he did. But he didn't cry for Brian or for Roberta. He cried for the two condos that he didn't get the money for that they probably still own. Okay. I say what I say. That's what Stephen Bertolino was crying for. He's definitely not crying because somebody is. It's definitely not empathy, people. It's not from him. Oh, let me see. Miss Mindy. Oh, Miss Mindy. You are so right. He's a reprehensible excuse of a human being. Yes, he is. I'm going to go with serpent because I think it fits him. Reprehensible fits him too, but boy, serpent fits him. Look at his little eyes. He's got these beady little eyes, and he's just got a serpent look to him anyway. Ooh, yeah, he's serpent. I'm going to go with serpent. And, oh, there's Crime Fighter, guys. You know we like Crime Fighter. And he's right. He lost his cash cow. Metal Mac. You're hilarious. My heart bleeds for him, Marcel. You're so right. Yeah, he was just devastated. He was so mad. Yeah, this is true. Look at this, guys. The Laundries are now pariahs thanks to his shitty advice. Yeah, he helped no one, did he? He helped no one. I don't know. That's horrible. You know what? This is funny because it reminds me, in a way, and I don't even know why, of Chad Daybell. You know what I mean? Just manipulating people left and right. And if he doesn't like somebody, he just takes them out of his way. And he's fine with that. You know, that heartless type attitude that Chad Daybell has, you know. He's got no heart. He's another creepy deepy, you know, he's for crap. And that's coming up too, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that trial because we are going to cover that. But everything about this case is hokey fanoki. Everything from the I'm talking just start at the beginning, you guys. Start at the very beginning. Everything about it. For one, Brian wanted the great outdoors. Okay, he wants the great outdoors. And Gabby wants to promote her blog, which is keeping connected with society. Right? He's keeping Minnie crocodile. Right. I bet he cried his little eyes out. So Gabby's wanting to stay connected with the world and show them the wonderful time they're having. So right off the bat, friction. Friction, you guys. Okay, friction. Because Brian didn't want to be around people, and Gabby wanted to promote herself and her lifestyle. So there's friction right there, starting out. And maybe before they ever left on this trip, I was thinking the other day, I'm wondering if this trip was to fix their relationship that was on the skids. I don't know. Now, I don't know that, you guys. I don't know if they decided on the nomadic static to fix the bad relationship that Brian and Gabby had before they left, I got a feeling they didn't have a great relationship before they left, but I think this was supposed to be the fix of the relationship, make the relationship better. And I don't think it, I think it just went downhill from the day they left and started the trip. I don't see anything about this trip where Brian was happy, happy, joy, joy. It seems like, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. It seems like Brian had a rage thing going before they even set out on this trip. And we don't know yet if Brian was that creepy guy when the lesbian married couple got killed. We don't know that yet. Okay, everybody's saying no, it couldn't be. I don't know. There is so many twists in this case, so many twists and turns, and he was raging when he throttled Gabby. That was rage, you guys. And if he could do that to one person, I don't see why he couldn't do it to other people. Maybe that's why he hid in the little serpent swamp, because he just couldn't take what all he had done. I don't know if that or Stephen Bertolino sent him to the swamp. We don't know. Anything could have happened. But I'm wondering, is he creepy guy? He looks, hey, Stephen Bertolino looks like creepy guy to me. So who knows? But Brian Laundrie definitely looked like creepy guy. I want to know where Stephen Bertolino was on that date. No, I shouldn't say these things. I'm coming out with it because he has pissed me off. Yeah, I think he could. Look at him. Look at him right now. Hey, and I'll tell you, Metal Mike, let me tell you who the first one would be. Yeah, yeah. If he could get his little hands just right about there, yeah, yeah, he would have took her out right about then, because he is, yeah, and that's what he's about. And Brian's parents rented a condo for Gabby and Brian. Why do you think that is? That's probably because they couldn't stand them fighting at their house. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they did. But I mean, they were fixing to, they were supposed to get married, and none of this is, yeah, that's ever happened. It's never come to fruition. It's not going to now. It's all on a stop. But Brian, starting out, had tendencies. He had rages. He was getting into it with the Merry Pigs. Remember, he got into it with them. He got into it with Gabby, had the domestic called on him. Well, of course, she took the blame for him because that's what she was trained to do. But he's also, there was a guy in a bar that said Brian was in the bar and he was angry there too. I don't know if that was Brian, but he was showing signs of anger all over the place. How you like the journals? How you like these books? If you want to see signs of anger from Brian, I think there was more than one. You know, you never know. I mean, the guy was out and about. Who knows? He was pissed. He didn't want to be around society. Do you notice every time he got around society, he just went on this rage? Yeah, and I was thinking that too. Who is my friend? Linda. You know what? I was thinking that too. Mom and dad were not dressed to go on a search in snake infested grasses for hours because they do not know how long that they would be out there. If I'm going on a trip like that and I'm going to the great outdoors, I'm going to make sure that I'm prepared for that. you know. And they sure went, and they were in. She's got her little backpack and her little hat, like she always does, and just walking around out there. I just, because you know why? They knew they weren't going to be there that long. Stephen Berlino's just triggered me because stuff's just flying out my mouth that I think I probably should have taken back later, but I'm not. I won't take it back, you guys, because I feel it. Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. What was in her backpack? Really? what was in it, because the thing was packed. But I don't know. I don't know. But this just Roberta and Chris just stumbling on Brian. Do you guys believe that? Do you guys believe that they just, uh huh? Yep, here we go. That's true. So, what was going on? I love how they found him first time they looked. Did they put him there? Or they knew where he was at? I wonder. I wouldn't be surprised. Something's going on, you guys. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about them. The Laundries, I would like to see who's figured them out. I don't think anybody's figured them out as far as I can tell. I know Roberta got bad advice from this guy right there, but I can't really figure them out. They're kind of strange to me and the stuff that they do. Yeah, they're kind of strange on the stuff they do. Oh yeah, they're going to have more. Let me put this up. Second opinion on the DNA analysis needed. I think they're going to come out with probably more tomorrow or the next day. There should be some more information out. Who knows, you guys? It's not like they've given us a plethora of information, or they ever will. This guy's still not talking, and shit, his client's dead, and he's still clamming up. Maybe he's thinking he can squeeze a little more blood from that turn. Who knows? And our Gabby was emotionally and physically battered. Yes, she was. And okay, here's another thing. Those 911 calls, wasn't there like an unbelievable amount of them coming from that house? What were those 911 calls for? I mean, why so many? I don't even remember the last time I called 911 here. And this is before, I don't understand. Let's see what we got. Hi, Rebecca. They went to two AT&T stores the day before, so I believe they got a ping off his burner phone. After the water went down, they wanted to know where it came from. They knew where he was at, and that's true. That could have been how they found it. That could have been how they found him. Yeah, we don't know for sure, but that could be. That definitely could be. Oh gosh, yeah, we'll never figure out. Things worth in this. Yeah, that's true. I mean, she helped him all the way around. Do you guys believe Brian called her as soon as he did that to Gabby? Do you think he called Mama Roberta right away and said, "Hey, this is what I've done"? She must have known, you guys, because she's telling him, "Come on home." And then all of a sudden, an attorney. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the book deal will come from the Laundries and Bertolino, because the Petitos never had anything to put in a book, because nobody ever told them anything. Nothing. Hmm. Yeah. What did they pick up? Let's find out. What did they pick up at the UPS store? What was in that big box? Those laundries. They had so much going on. They had a lot going on, guys. I mean, they were busy. They were busy. From the time that they were headed to the man, I've never seen anybody spend so much time at a phone store. I mean, she was back and forth at the AT&T place, like, she had them on speed dial. She was back and forth over there. And then they're picking up supplies, and they're doing all this other stuff. I don't know. Roberta was good at picking phones up, supplies up, all this other stuff. So it's like they knew where he was at. Come on, they knew where he was at the whole time. And they've never been charged with anything. And Stephen Bertolino is up here going, "You should feel bad for Roberta and Chris. You should feel bad, all you bad people." No, we shouldn't feel bad, because they need to be in the penitentiary. They need to be in prison. Why should we feel bad? They are accessories. If you had any sense at all, you would be so glad if they got arrested, because you know what, Stephen Bertolino, you could probably represent them. You'd love that. But yeah, I don't know why they haven't been charged with anything. Come on, if nobody sees how obvious it is that they knew exactly where she was at, I don't know why. They had to know exactly where he was at. They walked right. Oh my god. So they called the cops. They said, "Hey, yeah, I know you guys, haven't heard from us in a while, and like we don't like to talk to anybody, but hey, law enforcement, we're gonna go, I don't know, walk the swamp today. Could you guys be there? Because Roberta loves law enforcement there when she needs it, right? Roberta Laundrie, I love law enforcement when I need it, not for anybody else." So they just head to a swamp, and they just start walking through a swamp, and they're there like what, 5 minutes, or I don't know how long they were there. I don't know how long Roberta and Chris were there, but and I don't know who. I mean, they said Chris walked up, looked down the side, and seen in the brush a backpack, but he didn't touch it. He didn't touch me neither. Here, let's put you up. I'll never feel bad for him. I won't either. And I do have empathy, but not for them. So Chris just looks down this little hill or whatever and says, "Oh, that looks like Brian's backpack. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to go get the cops." Man, I'll tell you what, if I thought that was my kid's backpack, I would go through hell to get it. I would go through briars and stickers and thorns and anything else to get that backpack. But see how odd it is? Everything is odd about this. There's no closure and everything's odd. So Chris Laundrie, instead of going down and getting this backpack and bringing it up himself and deciding, if Brian's close or whatever, he goes to law enforcement and says, "Hey, there's a backpack down there and all that, thorns and briar and shit. You guys need to go down there and get that. It looks like my son's. Look, I have the picture of the same one, but I'm not going to go get it. You guys go down there and get it." It makes what? It makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. So he has law enforcement come and get the backpack, and please be something in there that will give us a clue as to what was really going on. I would love to see that book. Where's the notebook, guys? And what's it going to have in it? And now I heard, and I can't confirm yet, but I've heard it a couple of times, something of Gabby's was in there. Yeah, something of Gabby's was in there. Now, I'm going to have to blow your mind here a little bit. But he was reading Lullaby. Okay? And now, okay, it's a book about serial killers. All right. But what do serial killers do? They keep a trophy. They always keep something. They always keep something. So if they found something of Gabby's in the backpack or that notebook or something, if they found something of Gabby's, what else is in that backpack? Is there anything of Crystal and Kai's in that backpack? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. Because we don't know what Brian was doing before he did Gabby in, but we know he did Gabby in. And Stephen Bertolino's acting like we shouldn't even think that he had anything to do with that. No, Brian did have something to do with that. He did it. That's what he had to do with it. Oh, yeah, that Brian was never charged. He was never even charged with Gabby's death. Well, yeah, that's true. We didn't get that justice, did we? And we wanted that. Oh, I wanted that. Oh, I wanted that so bad because it would have been awful for Brian. He would have never wanted to go, to prison. So I did want him to face justice. And now we're not going to get that. So let's see what Rebecca says. I heard a laptop was found also with the notebook. Now that would be awesome because what a wealth of information that would be. I'm thinking even if it was in the water or whatever, that would be great. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now I'm really going out on a limb with that, crime fighter. You know I am. I'm triggered by this asshole Stephen Bertolino, so I should be on here tonight. And crime fighter knows that because he thinks I should shut my mouth sometimes, but I don't. Um, I wonder if he had a trophy from the Utah couple. Again, with a serial killer, always takes something, a trophy. Look at, if you do a little research, you'll find out. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Pauline is right. The way that family's lawyer spoke to that journalist on TV made me sick to my stomach. How disrespectful he was towards her, considering this is a case stemming from domestic violence. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, that it was domestic violence. That was sick. He's a sick individual. He is. Been subbed a while. Oh, well, thank you, Lip Lock No More. Awesome. It's so good to have you here. It is. And so, oh, it does sound like a movie. Yeah, Bertolino here. He is something. He is just a key player. But again, we're not getting information, you guys. The world needs more information because this guy and all of our hearts are broke. We're all broken. I know the Petitos are broken because I sometimes cry myself over it. I was laying in bed the other night and I just boo-hooed. There it goes. I kept thinking about Gabby and her family until I was just boo-hooing. Couldn't go to sleep. Then I had to get up, and you guys know what you do then. Then you got to go to the restroom and eat something. 3 o'clock in the morning, getting up and eating. That's so wrong. But anyway, yeah, we're all broken and we're all hurting, and the Petitos were just so hurting. And for what? I mean, you still can't say anything. You can't say anything to us. Like, could he give a? Yes, it is. Minnie sounds like a movie. It's going to be a movie, you guys. It's going to be a movie. Come on. But I'll tell you who's going to write this script. Roberta, Stephen Bertolino, because they're the only ones that know anything. So they're the ones that are going to have to write it, or they're the ones that have to be involved intimately because they're the only ones that have any kind of information. And so far, I'm kind of looking at, I don't think they're going to share any information with us. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Pauline. I'm sure that Knucklehead Police Department didn't take a peek inside Mommy's red backpack she was wearing. God knows what else they picked up unnoticed. Now that's what's a little bit spooky, you guys. I mean, was Roberta and Chris on a cleanup mission? I mean, who knows what they did? Nobody knows what they do. I mean, it's so strange. It's like they're the invisible couple and they're not going to talk to you. I'm going to go with Minnie is so right. So much doesn't make sense. We need information. I mean, they need to come out with some information. You never know. You never know what's going on with them. But anyway, you guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that we should all be feeling? Here's what I want to know. Do you guys all think we should be feeling bad right now for Roberta and Chris? I'm just wondering. Because I'm not. I'm not feeling bad for them because they had an integral part in this entire thing, and I know they did. I know they did. This guy, Brian, did not bring that van back and lawyer up on his own. That's right. He did not. Okay? Mama and Daddy had a big part, and Stephen Bertolino, of course, he was just there to squeeze Roberta for the money. Well, we don't know, but I think he squeezed Roberta. My opinion. He got some good money. I mean, they're off in condos and everything else. I can't believe Bertolino's not in the Bahamas or on vacation somewhere already instead of on a rant on a TV anchor woman. You guys don't feel bad for him? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. No. Okay. Middle Max says, no, I don't feel a bit bad for them at all. They scrubbed the van clean. Yes, they did. That's just one of the things they did. One of them. Of course, they got this magic man right here, too, involved, which, whew, good choice. Now look where you're at. Yeah, good choice there, guys. Because once they got Stephen Bertolino in on it, I think it went down. It was already going downhill. Come on. If you're having to get an attorney to get your son back because he's murdered someone, it's all going downhill already. But the attorney they picked was from hell because he ended up choosing money. That's his motive. So he drugged the case out, and Roberta lost Brian. You know, it's just that I can't believe the dynamics going here. I mean, we've got three crazies. Now, I'm not going to say Cassie because Cassie to me just looks, I don't know. I seen a picture of her today just walking down the street. I don't know if you guys seen that or not, but she just looked beat to heck. Poor Cassie did. I mean, do I feel bad? Like, am I coming on with the boohoo? No, but I don't hate Cassie like I do Roberta. I don't feel like Cassie had the, I don't know, the power Roberta had. Let's put it that way. I think Cassie was kind of just, not the golden child her whole life. I don't think she was ever treated, like the golden child. And what I feel bad about Cassie right now is now you've got to tell these two little boys. I think she has two little boys, you guys. I've seen a couple pictures, maybe more. But now she has to tell these little boys. Not only is Gabby, who you didn't ask about at the campground, yeah, I threw that in there. I don't know why. This guy's got me triggered now. I can't shut up. But not only does she got to tell these boys that, Gabby's not coming back. I think they know that already, although she said they didn't. I think they do. But now she's got to tell them Brian's not coming back either. And that's hell on a mom to have to tell, little bitty kids that somebody's died. They don't get that. They don't understand that. So that's how I'm kind of feeling about I'm kind of feeling about Cassie right now. If I was Gabby's family, I would sue them for all the money earned from book, movie, etc. Oh yeah, I would. The Petitos should get any money. The Petitos should get any money that comes out of this should go to the Petito family. And they're I know that they're okay. They're not a well off family. But I think a penny that comes out of this case, movie deal, book deal, should go to the Petitos. I mean all of it. I think the money that Roberta gave Bertolino over here would have been well spent just giving it to the Petitos because, god dang it, I feel like they deserve it. They went through heck. No, I'm not going to throw you out. I would never throw you out. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at you right now. Minnie. I'm not going to throw you out. Don't throw me out, but I do feel a little compassion for them. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? That says a lot about you, honey. That does not make you. I mean, I can be an a hole. I know. And I talk pretty bad when I'm mad. I'm triggered over this guy, okay? He got me going. But I understand. Of course you do. You can feel a little compassion for them if you want. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We can all feel how we want to feel. And that's not a bad thing, Minnie. That's actually a good thing, really. Pauline. If it becomes a movie, I'm surely not watching it. It definitely is no Romeo and Juliet story. You got that right. A murder suicide isn't love in my eyes. No, no, you're right. This is horrible. This whole thing ended the worst possible way it could. It's devastated the world. Okay, I wouldn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it either. Unless I knew the funds were going to go to the Petitos, I'll watch it then. If they would benefit, if the Petitos benefit, I would do it. I would. I would watch it if they were going to get benefited by it. Because I think they should. I think the Petitos should get any money that comes out of this. A penny, then give it to them. Because that family, I can't imagine being that family, especially today. See where we're going. I think that attorney orchestrated most of this scenario. Yes, I do. And oh yeah, he did for his own motives, which was money. Follow that money trail, guys, and he did. He followed the money trail better than the damn cadaver dogs did when they were looking for Brian. Oh, yep, I'm going to go with this. If anyone talks to the public, it'll be Cassie. I believe that. hmm I believe Cassie will be the first one to talk because, and I think she would be a little more sincere about it than these guys, especially Bertolino here. You know, he hasn't got any compassion. That's not going to work. Let's see who we got. Oh, it's not an if. It will be a movie and it will be big. You know what? That's true. I'm thinking, as many small movies that's come out of Chad Daybell and them, they're going to be a movie too, a big movie. I know that one movie they made wasn't that great, but yeah, there's going to be a movie about Brian and Gabby. There's not an if. There's not an if about it. It's going to be a movie and it's going to go big. But like I said, um, the only way that I would see this movie is if it benefited the Petitos. Then it's worth it. It's worth it, guys. Give them everything. Give them every penny that comes from a movie should go to them. And it would not heal them. I know that. But I mean, damn, who deserves it more than that family? They've been drugged through the crap and back, you know. I feel so sorry for the Petitos. All my love and prayers go to the Petito family. I can say that right now. And like you said, Cassie will be the first one. She'll be the first one. Okay, let's see this. Linda says, I have recovered bodies out of creeks, had been there 4 months. It was still intact, smelled, but was all intact. That's what I was thinking. Now, how did this, uh, how did they just, he's nothing but bones now. You know, all of a sudden, there's nothing left of Brian. I mean, nothing. We got to use dental records. That's crazy, huh? I don't get that. That was an awful fast decomposition. And I've seen the body farm, and there's nothing. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows what the body farm is, but I've seen it, and there's nothing decomposed that fast. Nothing. So I'm at a I don't get it. And I'll tell you what, gators, they'll take a bite, but I don't think that they would leave. It sounds like they found very little bit of him. Yeah, there's alligators there, you know. I'll give you that. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, many. That was just Stephen Bertolino. He said that. Oh, I love this. Crock bait. Yeah, that's what you get, bud. Not only that, there's a lot of other things. What? How do you guys think he died? Do you think he killed himself, or do you think one of these gators or snakes or something got him? What happened? Minnie, you know what? I love you. You're so. What are we related? I think me and Minnie are related. Just gonna put that out there. Anyway, how do you guys think he died? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. This could have very possibly happened. In my opinion, the skull was partial, so it sounds like he shot himself in the head and the gators did the rest. That's crime fighter. You're crazy. Yeah. Now you know what? This is very plausible, you guys. This is this is very plausible. He could have shot himself in the head. He could have. I don't know. He could have, and I think if he's going to take a way out, that'd probably be the way out. For him, the fast. He'd want to do it fast. You know. But the thing about him killing himself, though, you guys, what gets me about that is he had plenty time to do that before it got to all this. He had plenty time to off himself. He had already said goodbye to everybody. You guys know that. Cassie, mom, and dad, we all go camping. They all went camping and said goodbye to each other. So if he was going to off himself, why would he wait and do it in a swamp? He had plenty time to do it, closer to home, a motel room, anywhere. But he had plenty time to do that instead of getting out in a swamp and blowing his own head off. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know about these guys. I really don't. But I think he had plenty time to off himself before he hit that swamp. I don't know if that's the way he went. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with this, Pauline. You're right. Angela, good one. Wait, the gators ate everything but his teeth. That could prove it was him. Sounds fishy. Oh, well, okay. I'm going to go with yes. That sounds fishy. Oh. Both parents knew exactly where he was with their burner phones. I think so too. They can all burn in hell for me. Me too. Let's all start a bonfire with these bozos. But there was some way they were tracking him. And I'm going to go with this one too. He finally knew there was no way out of prison but the gun. Now that could possibly he finally hit his rock bottom. That's true. That might be the reason. And he didn't want to go to prison because look at all the stuff he did to not go. I mean, he went to a swamp. Gee, I mean, I know if I didn't want to go to prison, I don't know. Would I brave a swamp? I might take the prison over that. But he wasn't going to. And that could definitely be it. He hit his rock bottom. He got scared. There was no way out. He knew he was going to go to prison. Too much DNA. He knows they're going to link him up to killing Gabby. He's not getting by with that. That could have been it. He hit his rock bottom and did himself in. Minnie, oh my God. You are something. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards I think he did himself in. And like you said, he could have shot himself in the head. The gators did the rest. I'm sure they would. They would definitely help him out on that. And there's a lot of other animals, you guys, not just gators, but there's a lot of other animals that can do a lot of damage to something like that. There's a lot of other ones. So, we always say gators, but it's just because, they're big, spooky looking teethy things as gators. But there's other things out there in that swamp that could have, took a bite out of old Brian too, you know. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. I never thought of this. Well, mom and dad found him, so they probably think the money is theirs. Oh my goodness. You know what? I totally forgot. Wasn't there a big reward for whoever found him? I think there was, you guys. Was there a big reward fund set up for who found they wouldn't get that, would they? Mm, they would not. They better not. That you think Bertolino's going to piss me off? That'd piss me off if they got some kind of reward for finding their own little grubby murderer. Oh no. I would probably never get over that. I'm going to go with this one right here. Minnie, you're right. Many prayers for Gabby's family. Let's all say a prayer for her tonight, you guys. Let's say a prayer for that family tonight. Before you go to bed, just try to get a little prayer in for them. This is true too. Wildlife activity caused a feeding frenzy, I'm sure, on any outdoor corpse. That's true. If one starts taking a bite, the rest it's all chum after that. Are you kidding, really? The reward fund, really? They better not get that. They better not get that. I don't want them getting that. I still think it was staged by, oh, Stinky Breath? I wouldn't doubt it. He's such a creepo. He's such a creepy creep. Yeah, I don't want them getting a penny. If they get a penny, I want it to go to the Petitos. And I think they're setting up a domestic abuse foundation. It sounded like they were working on it. I don't know if they've set it up already, but it sounds like the Petitos are doing a domestic abuse foundation. I'm not sure, you guys, but I heard something about it. I wish I would have got that clip. There was a clip about that, but I didn't save it. Dang. I'll save it next time. Just so if it comes up, we could throw it up here and talk about it because I like to talk about everything. We all know that. Oh, let's take a look at this. Miss Lady, hi, welcome. I watched the national news and it was said that his parents found his backpack, which was on one side, and the FBI found his remains, which were on the other side. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Lady Liberty. That cleared it up for me. Now I know. Now I know. So otherwise, I was thinking, well, did Chris find the backpack and then just walk over and go, hey, I think these remains might be his too? I get it now. So they found the backpack, which got the wheels rolling for where the FBI should search around that area. Huh. Wow. Yeah. So it was on the other side. That clears it up somewhat. Did you? Oh, she says, oh, Mel, let's see. I heard that too. Okay. You heard that too. Well, that makes sense. Chris would tell, the FBI, hey, I found the backpack. That would give them the immediate area to search. Like when they found Gabby's van, what is it, Red, White, and Bethune, I think is their name, seeing the van with the door closing. Were they the ones seeing it door closing? I think it was. No, no. The Bethunes weren't the ones that seen the door closing. There was another guy that seen the door closing on that van. But the Bethunes gave law enforcement an idea of where to look for her. That's right. Whew, so much. Lots of details here, guys. So the Bethunes were the ones that came across where they should look for Gabby, and then they found her. So it's kind of the same type of scenario. Chris finds the backpack, gives FBI a roundabout where to look, and then they found him. Okay. Okay. Let's look at this. Chris Watt's family collected Shannon's insurance. Just saying. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Hold the phone. That's breaking. Do you think the Laundries had insurance, life insurance on Brian? I think Bertolino probably did. He looks like a betting man. Hmm. Yeah, this still perplexes me too. That's what I'm saying. It takes longer than this. Even bugs don't clean this fast. No, this was I live right by the river. I live in California. I live in Reedley, California, and I live right next to the river. And almost every summer, you guys, it's happened every summer since I was a kid. There'll be two or three people dive off that bridge, and we have to go out in boats and look for bodies. Okay? Now, there was one body that we didn't find him. God, how long? It was about a month and a half, you know. And then when the water stopped, as the water got lower, he had got his legs stuck on a root and he had been underwater that whole time. But you know what? That body was there. He still had a body. I'm not saying it, was completely intact in the whole bit, because it wasn't. But you could tell it was a body. There was still quite a bit left on him, and that was a month and a half, because he had died when he drove off that bridge. He jumped off the bridge, and he got his foot stuck in some roots on the bottom, and he had been dead that whole time because we looked for him with the boat. We went out looking for him, and we couldn't find him. Nobody found him. So this is awful fast for this him to be just bones. For Brian to be just bones, that's pretty quick. Okay, now I'm thinking about that too. He wanted to do himself in the great outdoors where he loved to be. Now he could have planned that, and that's why they went on the camping trips, and that's why mom and dad were pushing the go get him, more bring his body home, especially if they've got a life insurance policy on him. You're gonna need that death certificate. Just saying. Maybe they don't, you guys. I'm just pissed at Bertolino, and you know it. So I'm saying stuff. Maybe not. Hmm. Yeah. You know what? I forgot. You're right, Minnie. You know what? Raccoons eat bones too. There's probably a lot of critters that would have ate, a little bit of the bones and stuff. But what perplexed me is, he was so completely gone. Let me find this one. Yeah, was I wrong on that? Yes, the Bethune's video did show the back door closing on the van. Okay. All right. That's who it was. I couldn't remember if the Bethunes were the ones that seen the back door closing, but yeah, it was them. And then they were the ones that told him to look in that area because they didn't tell him look in that area. They just seen the van in that area. Of course, they're going to look there. What is this? Crime fighter. There's no gators in California. Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yes, the Bethune's video showed the back door closing. Yes. Thank you. I think my computer is trying to get wonky on me again. I wanted him in his 8-foot Ford cell in Dodge. Well, I did too. Who didn't want him? Chomp chomp. There's gators in Carlton Reserve. Chomp chomp. Yes. Yeah, they got the meal deal. Little gators did. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm gonna have to end the stream because again, my computer's getting wonky on me, and it's trying to. I don't want it to just shut me down, you guys. That's what it's gonna do. So anyway, I'm going to have to say goodnight to you all. And thank you so much for joining me. And I'm sorry I was triggered, because when I get triggered, then my mouth runs and I can't get it to shut up. And I don't, I know I said some bad stuff. I know, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not really, because I can't stand this guy. Let me see. What does this say? Right here. Check this out. Great job. Oh, thank you, crime fighter. Thank you. I Googled that reserve a couple weeks ago and it tells you all about the wildlife that's in it. Great. Good, Pauline. That's in that park, the trails, the waterways, etc. Okay. Oh, okay, everybody's. I think I know I need to go. Now it's glitching on me. Okay. Bye, guys. Good night. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Love you. You're right. Don't ever be sorry for speaking your mind. I'm not. Hey, let's go. You're right. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. And hopefully, I won't just come on pissed. All right. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for being with me.